as long as the intent behind the performance was honest to the moment and he believed it, then it allowed us sort of the insurance and the safety to go as far as we needed to go with it. So yeah, anytime there was a switch up, it's like, as long as they believe it, I'm good.
I'm really excited to chat about Marmalade. It is such a fun ride from start to finish. You, Joe,
And,
Keir, everybody does a great job in this movie. What about the project really sparked your interest to want to be a part of it? Was it Keir? Was it your character? Was it the script?
It was a script. It was a duality of a lot of the characters in the script, all running their own deceptive game. I thought Kier did a great job with it, and the fact that I was taken back by some of the twists and turns, I was like, "Oh yeah, we knocked this out. We do our jobs right." Then the rest of the audience is going to be taken back in the same way, and I kind of wanted them to have the same, impression that I had. That's where the fun was, and the more I got into the script, the more I realized I could sort of stretch and be creative and be, free with some of these choices and building out this character because there were two opportunities presented for performance. And I was like, all right, this is something I haven't done yet in this particular space. And I'm always hungry for a new stage. So it was yeah, that was it.
I love that you mentioned the duality because that was one of the things I was thinking about talking about with you was just how you approach that from a performance side, especially when some scenes you have to literally flip on a dime, even in just your language and how you talk. I mean, what's going through your mind when you have to do that on the day?
Just honesty. Try to make sure that because there's a level of ridiculousness to some of the train of thought of some of these characters. You know what I'm saying? My character takes himself very, very seriously, but as he's doing what he's doing, and he's fumbling a little bit, and he gets it right a little bit, he's a flawed human being. But the situation he's put in, how he pushes his performance, how honest is he with that, and making sure that if he believes it, then we can push as far as we need to, so long as he believes it. The moment he doesn't believe what he's doing, the moment he steps out of that, we step out of it. So anytime it came to the switch up, anytime it came to whether, which world he's swimming in, as long as the intent behind the performance was honest to the moment and he believed it, then it allowed us sort of the insurance and the safety to go as far as we needed to go with it. So yeah, anytime there was a switch up, it's like, as long as they believe it, I'm good.
Well, I think you captured that honesty so well. I mean, I truly believed every flip throughout the movie. Uh, Now, so much of this movie is you and Joe in a cell together talking. I mean, what is it like building that rapport with him, especially knowing the duality of both of your characters?
That was fun, man. We kind of block shot a lot of that. So a lot of those jail scenes that you saw with us were kind of all shot in sync. So we were able to just run through it and work through a bunch of different beats, and really it was an open field for choices because Kier trusted us and we trusted him. But when it came to that, we just improv a lot. Uh, we got what was on the page, and then we kind of filled it up here and there with some character things. And uh, the fact that we were able to have as much fun as we did with it is kind of what you see on screen, and that's what I signed up for, was to be able to go in there and just be silly and be carefree for a second. But that is where we were able to really build how we work off each other and sort of the formulaic nature of these characters with why they're in these particular predicaments.
Well, it sounds like the dream collaborative experience. So I'm glad that you got to have that on this movie. I see I'm running out of time. So before I let you go, I had a couple questions outside of the movie. Last we spoke was for One Night in Miami. And I love that, much like you, Kingsley is now bringing another iconic musician from Black culture to life with Bob Marley. And I'm curious if you've had the chance to see it yet or what you think about him tackling that role after working with him on One Night in Miami.
No, I mean, I haven't seen it yet. Actually, the last correspondence I had was him hit me to go hit the premiere, and I wish I could make it, but I'm working. But I'm proud of him. We got Lashana Lynch in there. I think it's going to be a powerhouse. I'm really looking forward to it because Kingsley he's a monster when it comes to the performance, when it comes to his approach to the craft. He's a brilliant artist, and I feel like he's going to do this role some real justice. And yeah, I mean, he's great, man. He's a beast. So wish I could have gotten that little preview, but I'm gonna catch it when I can as soon as I get done working.
I'm right there with you, man. I was born and raised on Bob Marley, so I mean I'm over the moon excited to watch it. Now we know that James Gunn is sort of rebooting the DCU, so Hawkman, your version of Hawkman might not be coming back. But have you had any talks with him about maybe coming into his universe in a different role?
I can't really speak to that. Y'all gonna have to talk to James about it. No, yeah, I don't know really what's in store for Hawkman. I will say that I would like to finish out, the plans that we had for Hawkman and sort of revisit because there's such a body of depth when it comes to his whole storyline and all that kind of stuff. So if that's something they're interested in, my door is always open for that. But I know they want to build out a very different world. I can't speak to whether I'm going to be a part of that world or not. What I'm saying? That's above my pay grade. But if they want to pick up the phone, I'm always there.
I hope they do because I really did love your performance as Hawkman in Black Adam. So I would love to see more of you in that world, whether it's as Hawkman or somebody else. I also was a huge fan of you in The Invisible Man. I loved your collaboration with everybody on that. We heard that Lee is apparently working on a sequel a few years ago. Have you heard any updates on whether that's still happening?
I haven't heard any updates. I know people were talking about it. I was like, who's going to be the invisible person? It's going to be the invisible baby? Like, what are we doing? No, I'm kidding. If they did a sequel, I think that would be awesome. I mean, Lee Whannell is amazing. Working with him was just fantastic. And his sort of knack for suspense and drawing that out, I think he can write a playbook on that. So if that was something, and Elizabeth Moss, I mean, she's great. We had a really nice time on that. So, yeah, if there was a sequel, yeah, I'm definitely down. But I haven't heard any murmurings since.
Well, I hope if it happens that they bring you, Elizabeth, and Storm back because I loved the three of you together in the movie. But in the meantime, I really look forward to spreading the word about Marmalade, man. You, everybody did such a great job with it, and I think people are going to love it. So thanks for taking the time. I know you got to head out. Hope to catch you again soon, though.